Bowie will be an interesting stop for us here. The severe storms, as you saw behind Dan, mostly to our west and northwest of the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Well, Fox 4's Calvert Collins is driving around near Bowie, again, Montague County, joining us now by phone. Calvert, you've been posting some interesting pictures to Facebook. One showed some real flooding going on.
Oh, there certainly has been. You see, we're on Wise Street, which is the main north-south kind of thoroughfare through the town of Bowie, and yeah, the rain is just torrential. It has, lightened up a little bit, but we have some videos showing you when we were driving into Bowie of just the lightning, of impressive lightning storms, just like we saw last night. Some flooding. Again, the saturation is just intense because of the days of rain that this town, all over North Texas, particularly these northern counties, as Dan mentioned, have seen over the past few days. And as we were driving into Bowie, pulling up even into the Alsop gas station, the rain coming off of the overhang, just intense and taking some drivers by surprise. Fortunately, we haven't seen too many folks on the road avoiding this high water. But I do want to show you some video that I shot on my cell phone as we were kind of retracing our steps through Bowie, of some Bowie police officers actually preventing people from going into the underpass, under railroad track. They were keeping folks out because it looked like several inches of water. They tell me that this area frequently floods anytime they get several inches of rain. We're told reports of up to 5 to 6 inches have fallen just today. Wind gusts up to 66 miles per hour up here in Montague County. And just the high water is really plaguing the neighborhood streets. That's what we're seeing the most dangerous part to folks driving around is certainly how dark it is. Not a lot of street lights on these neighborhood streets, and that water is several inches high, and that's why a lot of folks are staying in, fortunately. But I did talk to the Montague County Emergency Management Coordinator. He said, fortunately, there really haven't been any reports of damage. Some trees down, a power line down. But he said he's tired of hearing people say, we need the rain, because now the ground is so soaked that any more rain is just going to cause that runoff and cause the potential for flash flooding, which you saw on those neighborhood streets in this small town. So the folks here, while our lakes have needed it, they're tired and don't want any more rain, at least for the next few days. But unfortunately, as you heard from Dan, that's not what the forecast looks like.
Have to tell you, Calvert, that is Steve's pet peeve. Every time he hears much needed rain, yeah, especially at this point.
That's not much needed right now, I know that. Calvert, what about power outages, things like that? It looks dark in your shot, but I can't tell if there are normally street lights on these streets.
This is a town of a few thousand people, so yeah. No. I asked the emergency management coordinator. He said no power outages reported. We haven't seen any. Businesses are still open. Restaurants a little more populated than most places, but by far the downtown is pretty desolate for a Friday night. Fortunately, most people staying home, but no, not a lot of street lights on those residential areas. And we haven't seen any cars pulled over that haven't been able to pass on a road, so that appears to be good as well.
Okay, we'll be checking back in with you, I'm sure, Calvert. Thank you.